at 3:14 Universal Time, coordinated. By 3:17, every major government, military command, and corporate entity with defense contracts was in a secured call. By 3:22, the Terran Strategic Council had unanimously passed the one measure they had all dreaded since humanity stepped into the galactic stage. Total war. The message itself was simple, brutal, final. A grainy, intercepted broadcast from the Khlorok Dominion. The insectoid species stood tall and spindly, their mandibles clicking as they spoke in their guttural language. The translation scrolled in bright red across the screen. The Terran prisoners refused to cooperate. Their resistance has been corrected. Then came the footage. Hundreds of human soldiers, stripped of their uniforms, lined up in a dusty compound on the colony world of Vorgus II. Shackled, bloodied, starved, defiant to the end. The Khlorok didn't just execute them. They made a spectacle of it. Each human was forced to kneel while Dominion soldiers, armored in iridescent chitin, marched down the line, snapping necks, slicing throats, and broadcasting the entire scene across the galactic net. Laughter echoed behind the transmission. Cheers. Applause from Dominion officers. For 200 years, humanity had abided by the Galactic Accords. Even when the Khlorok invaded human space, even when they blockaded Terran colonies, Earth had followed the rules. Captured soldiers were treated as prisoners, interrogated, exchanged. Humanity's restraint had been mocked by some, respected by others. But this was different. The footage looped in every war room on Earth, every carrier, every battle station. The names of the fallen scrolled a memorial across every major city. New London, Osaka, Johannesburg, Vancouver Orbital. President Isla Serrano of the Terran Confederation didn't flinch as she watched it. She'd served in the Navy once. She'd seen friends die. But this ignited something far older and darker in the human soul. We gave them a chance, she said, voice like steel. We respected their loss. We protected civilians. We treated prisoners with dignity. She turned to Admiral Voss, commander of the First Fleet. They butchered our people like animals. Voss nodded, eyes hard as tungsten. We have authorization. Total war, Serrano confirmed. No quarter, no surrender, no Dominion presence remains anywhere in this galaxy. The news spread faster than light. Colonies, space stations, mining outposts, civilian habitats, all received the message. There was no debate, no protests, no moral high ground left to cling to. The galaxy had always whispered of what humanity was capable of. The stories of Earth's wars were legends, ancient conflicts painted as cautionary tales for newer, more civilized species. But humanity had evolved, or so they claimed, until now. The first strike came at Vorgus II. The Dominion's planetary defenses were robust, planetary shields, orbital platforms, fighter squadrons. It didn't matter. The TNS Dauntless, Earth's newest dreadnought, emerged from slipspace like a phantom. Its hull, matte black, absorbed radar and optical scans. Its railguns and plasma lances roared to life, carving through Khlorok warships like they were paper. In under 27 minutes, the orbital blockade was ash. The planetary shield collapsed under coordinated EMP detonations and kinetic strikes. Dropships rained from the sky, sleek, angular, painted in Terran gray. Out of them poured the Black Guard, Earth's elite, clad in advanced exo-armor, faces hidden behind polarized visors. The Dominion troops fought back, but their lines broke almost instantly. Human soldiers moved with clinical precision, clearing bunkers, silencing artillery, securing the cities. Civilians? Non-combatants? Untouched. But every Khlorok soldier, officer, or collaborator met the same fate, elimination. When a main compound where the executions had occurred was secured, Colonel Arya Malik led her team inside. The bloodstains were still visible. The chains, the concrete floor, the execution wall pockmarked with bullet holes. One of her men found a data terminal. The files were intact. Every name, every face, every death. Malik uploaded it directly to Earth Command. 3 days later, a message was sent to the entire galaxy. President Serrano appeared on every screen, station, and vessel, her expression grim and unapologetic. The Dominion violated the most sacred principle of warfare. They butchered prisoners. They made sport of human lives. We will not ask for justice. We will take it. To the Khlorok, your empire ends now. The Khlorok didn't believe them at first. Arrogance born from centuries of domination blinded them. They thought Earth's retaliation at Vorgus II was the extent of it. They were wrong. Within weeks, coordinated assaults crippled Dominion infrastructure. Slipspace relays were sabotaged. Supply lines collapsed. Human fleets struck deep into Khlorok territory, targeting shipyards, military academies, munitions factories. And everywhere the Terrans went, they left a message. This is for our fallen. The Khlorok High Command, the Spire Lords, convened emergency sessions. They begged allies for support. But the galaxy watched in silence. The Dominion had always been brutal, subjugating species, raiding border worlds, enforcing their will through terror. Few shed tears as the Khlorok bled. By month 3, Dominion space was a graveyard of shattered ships and smoldering cities. On Kavari's Prime, a key Khlorok industrial world, human orbital strikes turned miles of factories into molten slag. On the moons of Harvik, Blackguard operatives assassinated high-ranking Spire Lords in their fortified citadels. On their agricultural planets, humans sabotaged crops, choking the Dominion's food supply. But Earth's forces were not indiscriminate. Civilians were spared. Non-combatants offered safe passage. Refugee camps were established for the innocent. But for the military? For those who orchestrated the executions? There was no mercy. The turning point came at Khlorok Station, the largest Dominion shipyard, hidden in a nebula beyond the outer reaches. The Khlorok had retreated there, gathering what was left of their fleet. Dozens of capital ships, thousands of fighters, fortified defense platforms. The Terrans sent the Eclipse, humanity's supercarrier, shrouded in quantum stealth, escorted by the combined might of 3 Terran battle groups. The assault was surgical. Orbital mines detonated along defensive perimeters. Sleeper drones hacked communication arrays. Plasma torpedoes and mass drivers pounded the Khlorok fleet into debris fields. The Dominion admirals realized, too late, that they were not facing a retaliatory strike. They were facing extinction. The last transmission from Khlorok Station was from Supreme Admiral Vectal, his chitinous exoskeleton cracked and leaking green ichor. Humans, we surrender. We. The screen cut to static as the Eclipse's main cannon vaporized the station. Humanity had declared total war, not as conquerors, not for territory, but as executioners. For the first time in recorded history, the Khlorok Dominion sued for peace. But Earth refused. No treaties, no negotiations, no ceasefires. The Spire worlds burned, their fleets annihilated, their leaders hunted to the last. By the end of the campaign, the Khlorok species was no longer an empire. Those few civilians who remained were relocated to neutral space under the watch of galactic humanitarian organizations. Earth allowed it, barely. But as for the Dominion, their legacy, their flag, gone. In its place, A silent warning echoed across the stars. Harm one of ours, and we will erase you. The other galactic powers took note. Old alliances reformed. Trade agreements shifted. And in hushed tones, in diplomatic halls and backroom deals, one truth spread like wildfire. Humanity wasn't the most advanced species. They weren't the oldest. But when provoked, when cornered, when their own were butchered like animals, they were the most dangerous. And no one, not the Dominion, not any empire, not even the mighty Galactic Council, would ever forget what happened when humanity stopped holding back.